and welcome Gemini to Forward in All Directions, your 2024 Astrology Studio. I'm Eric Francis, your friendly neighborhood astrologer, here with some information, some ideas, some motivation, some inspiration from your abundant astrology of 2024 into 2025. These are quite the electrifying charts. This morning I finished writing horoscopes out, weekly horoscopes out through, about a month from now, out through the July monthly. So I've got a good sense of what is going on in these charts and the movement of the planets. But first, the human element. We are here all surfing along the edge of the digital tsunami. We do not know where this is taking us. And I think that a lot of the stress we're experiencing is partly living in this in this mystery of being driven somewhere by this force of nature, or not nature, this kind of force of maybe human nature that has created this whole digital environment and sucked us all into it. And also the stress associated with the gradual elimination of much that is human, such that that which is human is gradually being forgotten. Forgotten as the generation of digital natives has its new experience of what I think of as being transhuman. And then those of us who are older than the digital natives are kind of wandering around, I think, in many ways, wondering where the old world left, a world that I hope that we appreciated when we had the opportunity to, and that we are finding last vestiges of, not for the sake of nostalgia, but rather for the sake of remaining in contact with our most basic, elemental, creature-ish humanity. Speaking of creatures, I mean, think about what it's like for us to be suddenly surrounded and influenced by all these computers. Imagine a kitten being raised by robots. A kitten being raised by robots is not going to have the experience of the responsive human who's actually curious about her and loves her and plays with her and takes her outside to sniff the dandelions. It would all be robotic, and slowly we are gradually being conditioned to think that this is what we want, what we need, what we're supposed to have, or that this is just the way that things are. So I'm here with you, yes, I admit, coming through the robot, but with some warmth and flesh and blood and a loving, kind human reading of your charts. So the Forward in All Directions theme is associated with 1 year of Jupiter being in Gemini. But there is much more than that going on. There are a lot of forwards. There are a lot of directions. There's a lot of intrigue in this chart. But I want to say that the most in summation of the astrology on the elemental level, on the level of the basic energy of the chart, meaning earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, the airy element is the one that is coming into focus now. It's certainly in focus at the moment with the sun, and I don't have the chart for this exact moment. How close can I get? I'm so far ahead. That's very rare on horoscopes, and I don't have. Let me see if I can figure out where the moon is. Hold on a second. Tracy Delaney's website to the rescue. SERENNU. And then I'll finish my sentence, which is about the elemental level of the planets. Right now, the moon is in sun's at 1 Gemini 9, and the moon is at 9 Scorpio, and we have not yet, as of this moment, experienced this massive exodus into Gemini. It's only the sun. I've been looking at charts out to July today. And, I'm surprised to see that Jupiter is, go figure, Jupiter is still in Taurus as of right at this moment. And that is meaningful because it's almost like, well, Jupiter in Taurus and Venus in Taurus are about to make a sextile 60-degree, a perfect 60-degree angle to Neptune in the last degree of Pisces. And this is like fertility. This is a sign of abundance in the process of manifesting. And then after this alignment, which is probably sometime on Wednesday, I'm coming to you, by the way, on May 21st, Tuesday, 1:57 p.m., here in the Planet Waves office, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury all enter your sign. And so the chart that I'm using for this reading, the kind of central point of the astrology, is I'm reading the chart for the June 6th new moon conjunct Venus in Gemini. Every kind of season of a sign has one chart that really describes the totality of things. And so for all of you early Geminis, there is just this sense of interior reality. If your solar return is happening yesterday, the 20th, 21st, 22nd, and so forth, there is a lot that you contain that is about to come forth. And we can say this for everyone born Gemini or Gemini rising, that is what is happening. And these feminine signs are providing, meaning Pisces and Taurus, are providing a nice balance to the abundant fiery energy that is coming from Aries. So you've got basically everything available right now, and the question is one of where you direct yourself. And I want to direct your attention to the concept of the air signs, which is the concept of the mental environment. And the three, I think, most important bits of news in the 24-25 Gemini year are that Sedna has just arrived in Gemini. That hasn't happened since the Ice Age. The last Ice Age was ending. Jupiter has arrived in Gemini, or is about to arrive in Gemini. And then Pluto is now taking up residence in Aquarius. And so prior to these ingresses into Aquarius and Gemini, there was not all that much going on in the air signs. And anyone with a strong element feels better when there are more things in that element. It puts you more in your element, as the expression goes. You're not so much out of your element as if, for example, it's a little like being a Pisces born in a household full of freaky air sign and fire sign people who don't have any real contact with their feeling body. It's all just a bunch of bluster when you put them all together, especially. And so as a Gemini, to have Sedna and Pluto find their way into the air signs, one of them yours and one of them the ninth place of yours, so very important location associated with your sense of your higher self. That's Aquarius for you. Your sense of how God manifests, that is a very important sign for you, ninth house. And that is through humanity. But what we get with Aquarius is also help with Pluto and Aquarius is help tuning in to the mental realm. And the same is true for Sedna in Gemini. Now, the problem with the mental realm right now is that it is extremely, overbearingly, unbelievably fraught with complexity, chaos, and competition. Within the mental realm, it's as if every last thing that there is attempting to influence your state of mind. Every commercial that you see, every bite of food that you put in your mouth, you go to the store and there are all these abundant choices for different energy drinks and 10 kinds of coffee.